What's up, everyone? This is Weezak7 of Weezak Games. We're here playing Kenshi. We're back. So my people have been laying low for the last few days. Everyone's back in good graces except, of course, for Hatsune, whose bounty will never expire. Ooh, what was that? In the meantime, we've been harvesting skimmers around town for food. I've been having some people out mining copper for money. We found another slave who we rescued, who was just standing around outside town, so peace is now part of the horde, the sand horde. And we are... I know the agenda was to go find some more slave friends, but the thing is we are rapidly approaching the limit of how many people we can feed reliably with money, which is by buying food. So we're gonna need to go find ourselves someplace where we can farm and just, you know, get the food and the materials needed for sustaining an adventuring group. Now, ordinarily, I like to set up near the middle of the map here. But this area is heavily patrolled by the Holy Nation, which is fine if you have only humans in your group. Then that's a great place to settle. Very safe, good water, good fertility, plenty of iron and copper, basically everything you could want. Good climate, but the neighbors are just, whew, neighbors are rough. They're very racist neighbors. Since I plan to begin primarily delving into this new quadrant of the map, I think that perhaps I will set up a base over at a place that has worked out fairly well last time, and that is down in this little seaside shore over here. Now, there is a downside to this, and that is there are fucking beak things over there, and beak things are terrible. Just fucking horrible. So that's going to make it very dangerous both to scout the area with Yunomi, as well as to settle there once the area has been scouted. But I feel like Yunomi has a good chance of avoiding these beak things, because she's hella fast. I don't know if she's hella fast enough, but we'll see. The beak things are more dangerous than the skimmers, because the beak things will eat you. So, if we see any of them, we gotta get the fuck out of there. They're also more dangerous than the skimmers because they're just more dangerous. Like, the skimmers are not too hard to fight compared to some of the other beasts out there, but the beak things are some of the worst wildlife to encounter. So look, see, there's a whole herd of them beating the shit out of something right now. What is it? Some outlaw farmers. Oh, hello. Maybe their eggs do sell for an insane amount of money. So if we're lucky, maybe we'll make a profit the day after all. Oh, yes. Now, I only see 2 eggs, but that's good because I can't really hold a lot of space anyway. I mean, you can't pick that up. Now, each of these sells for like 5 grand, which is a crazy amount of money for a single item. So, we just made 10,000 gold here. If we can get out of here in one piece. I see, we don't have... Alright. Well, we're gonna run back up here. We're gonna get the fuck out of here. But I think we're gonna come back and loot as much of these, as much of the meat off these beak things as we can. Anyway, so I touched on base building a bit before, and the game is very difficult to find places that meet all the criteria, which is probably by design. So because for a base you've got to consider the fertility of the area for growing crops. You've got to consider the amount of water in the area, again, for the crops. You've got to consider availability of stone. I guess you don't need to, but you'll probably want to consider the availability of stone to continue producing building supplies. You will likely want to consider the availability of iron for making weapons. You'll likely want to consider the... oh, you can't even afford that. The availability of copper for higher tier stuff, as well as just money in the meantime. Because you're going to want money for more recruits and the stuff that you can't farm. Now, let's see. Is there anyone here that sells backpacks? I don't think there is. So alright, so I won't be able to get a backpack. That's annoying. But we can get some other stuff. We'll keep you going. So these things were down here somewhere. We're almost done mining stuff here. New musical cue whenever you come to a new area, apparently. Now let's see what we can find, because these trees are all iron for some reason. I don't know exactly why that is the case, but it is. It seems the beak things have either gotten up, or the wounded beak things either woke up or ate or got eaten. Interesting. Well, we don't need to stay around here then. But yeah, this blue area, from what I remember, is a very good place to set up shop if you don't mind the beak things. So those are a bit of a problem, admittedly. But I'm hoping maybe I can find a new spot, maybe somewhere further east that might not be so full of them. We'll see. Because there aren't very many beak things out here in the desert, the orange sand. I mean, they wander out here a bit, but they don't have any nests out here that I know of. But there are some around here in this blue. Oh. Ah, yes, and there's a market over here. Yes, this market here. Now, is there any... I believe this is where I set up shop before. Because this looks familiar, right around in here. And this was a pretty good place. But I'm curious if maybe I can find a better one. Although honestly, I've got 2 copper resources here. If I build big enough walls, I got iron back here. I can put my walls like that. I've got ready access to a relatively safe way out. Let's come down here and see what the area is like. Let's prospect this. So we got good water, good fertility, plenty of stone. We're green. Oh, that means vegetables and... Okay. Arid... Yeah, alright. Well, I think this is a pretty good spot. Oh, let's check to make sure we can build stuff here, that we're not too close to another town. Because we're probably too close to another town. Let's see. So we could build walls like this. Build them all the way around. Yeah, alright, I think... Well, I think this is pretty much the winner's choice right here. The question is now, how are we going to get everyone else over here with all of our supplies? That's going to be the tricky part. Because not everyone is as fast as Unomi is. And not everybody... I mean, yeah, basically not everyone is as fast as she is. Well, let's send her back. We'll have to get a pack animal of some kind, I think, to carry all this shit. Otherwise, there's no way in hell we'll make, you know, we'll be walking along slow as shit. And that, as we've seen before, is not a great thing. Well, we found a friend. Gref. And I'm all about free friends. Where are you wanted? In the United Cities. Okay. Well. How fast is... Oh, Gref is slow as shit. Sorry, Gref. I'm not endangering both of us because you're slow. Oh, snap! Oh, Gref, you were better off without me. Oh, wait, no. Oh, they are after you. Shit. Run, Gref, run! Oh, snap! Run, Gref, run! Maybe he'll get bored. He's not getting bored. Who are these people? Manhunters. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, fine. Unomi can come back and help. Oh, no, he's almost there. He'll be fine. There, see? Bro, no problem. Alright, now we gotta get everyone back in. Back in town. We're gonna sell off our shit ton of copper that we've mined. Gonna buy ourselves an animal. Everybody is set to go, right? Yes. Some people are wounded, but otherwise everybody is... pretty much no one's wounded. I mean, they're kinda hurt, but not too bad. So that's fine. And cook this meat up. Okay, now you guys can unstealth. No one is attacking you anymore. Show me what you got. Ah, yeah. Take all of this copper. Take it all. Alright, now what do we need? We need more wheat straw, because I want wheat farms. Those will be very important. That'll be it for now. Or not, actually. You head over to the farm shop. Let's see how much an animal costs. So I guess really the only thing I need... So what am I going to need for my defenses? Mounted crossbow takes 6 plates. So we're going to need some more plates. Come here, you. What have we got? Show me your animals. So you've got a bone dog and a garu. Well, that is... Oh, but it is an adult garu. Perfect, which means it doesn't have... It's not going to start out shitty. Alright. This is what we want. We'll name you... We'll go with the whole horde theme, so we'll name you Kodo. You don't come with a backpack! What a fucking jip! Fine. Yeah, obviously I can't wear that item. Yeah, forget the dog. Maybe some other day. But not today. Okay, so we still got 17 grand. Let's take stock of our supplies here. We've got 6 plates, so we're going to need more of that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. So 75 plates. No, 78. So that'll get us 34 walls. That should be enough to keep people safe for a bit. Oh, there's some more here. Oh, but I'm going to need steel bars for the gates. That's irritating. Okay. So we want defensive gate is going to take 5 steel bars. So let's head over here. Okay, so let's see if we can afford 10 steel bars. 1, 2. Steel bars are fucking expensive. Good thing I have a lot of money. More building supplies. Let's throw in another 12 plates. There. I think we should be alright. We'll save the rest of that cash for if we need other money. We've got some cotton to start our cotton farms. I think we'll be okay. So now all we have to do is just load up and head on over. And so it was back in those days. The Sand Horde traveled a lot, and they roamed from place to place, going out on the frontier looking for a new home. The land was inhospitable, but these were a brave band of pioneers. They would find themselves a new home somewhere off in the desert, and by God, they would carve themselves a little piece of paradise out there. The weather was harsh, sometimes brutal, and everyone knew here there were bandits amongst the canyons. They all knew that one false step could be their last, as they fall prey to wicked men and savage beasts. But they kept on going, because they knew at the end of the road there was something waiting for them, something to make it all worthwhile. A little place where they could live free, a place they could call home. And I reckon sometimes that's all a fella needs, just that spark of hope in their heart. Looking out from the edge of the canyons, they could see the last leg of their journey. These twisty maze of caverns and canyons is known as Hang, and beyond that, a land called Gut. It's a right strange name. Didn't bode too well for much anything. But these hardy pioneers were going to make sure that they found a way to carve a living from this land. The skimmers didn't stop them. The slavers didn't stop them. They sure as hell weren't about to be turned back by something as silly as a name. They were going to make themselves a safe haven. And by gosh, that's exactly what they planned to do. At last they could see the great iron trees of Gut. The coast was nearby, and the coast meant safety. They'd best watch themselves. There are many forms of hostile wildlife around here. Big things, bone dogs, sand skimmers. They'd have to keep their wits about them if they wanted to see their new home. Couldn't afford to let nothing go wrong now. Now they were so close, at long last they could see it. The blue sands and the strange iron trees of Gut. They'd made it. Right where you know me said it was. This here'd be where that strike the earth, and where they set up a base, a home, a fortress against all who would seek to do them harm, where they could live their lives in peace and prosperity. Their long pilgrimage was over, but the real work was just beginning.